Hello dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Dear children, in today's video, I will tell you about the formal charge, okay? But before we start the discussion on formal charge, let's talk about some specific ions, okay? Like PO4, negative, phosphate ion, SO4, negative, sulfate ion, NO3, negative, nitrate ion, NH4 positive, ammonium ion, and H3O positive, hydronium ion. So we have already seen these type of species in many topics, okay? And today I will tell you about the category of these species, okay? So as you can see here that in these species more than one atoms are present, okay? Like in phosphate, phosphorus and oxygen is present. In sulfate, sulfur and oxygen is present. Here nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen and hydrogen, hydrogen and oxygen, okay? So as they are possess more than one type of atoms, that's why they are named as polyatomic, okay? And as you can see here that they are carrying specific charges also, okay? So that's why polyatomic ions. So actually these are the examples of polyatomic ions, okay? This is a category of ions. So in these type of ions, if we talk about the charge, okay, let's talk about phosphate. So in phosphate, these three minus charges actually does not belongs to phosphorus or oxygen only, okay? Actually this ion possess these charge as a whole, okay? Means this is not the charge of phosphorus or oxygen individually, okay? This is the charge of PO4 collectively, okay? Now if we want to calculate the charge of phosphorus or oxygen separately, okay, individually, okay, then what we will do, okay? Suppose we want to calculate the charge on phosphorus in phosphate ion, okay? So in these cases we have to calculate the formal charge, okay? So now what is formal charge? Formal charge is the charge of a particular atom in a polyatomic ion, okay? Formal charge is the charge of a particular atom in a polyatomic ion, okay? So now question is that how we can calculate the formal charge of a particular atom in a polyatomic ion. So let's see. Formal charge we can calculate very easily by using this formula, that formal charge equals to number of valence electron, obviously of that particular atom for which we are calculating formal charge, okay, minus number of lone pair of electrons minus 1/2 number of shared pairs of electrons, okay? So this is the formula. By using this formula you can easily calculate the formal charge, okay? Now I am going to tell you about the definition of formal charge, okay? But before the definition, see here, let's draw the Lewis structure of oxygen, okay? So for oxygen we know that 1 2 3 4, okay, 5 6 7 8, okay? So this is the Lewis structure of oxygen. Now you can see here that we generally represent lone pair of electrons and bond pair of electrons in Lewis structure, okay? In Lewis structure we represents lone pair of electron, means this, and bond pair of electron, or we can say shared pair of electron, okay, means this. So by this fact we can define the formal charge like that. Formal charge is the difference of number of valence electron and the number of electrons which we represent in Lewis structure. Means we are talking about lone pair of electrons and shared pair of electrons. Okay, so this is the definition of formal charge, that formal charge is the difference of valence electron and the number of electrons which we shows in a Lewis structure. Okay, so this is the definition and this is the formula, and we can write this formula shortly like this: formal charge equals to valence electron minus lone pair of electron minus shared pair of electron. Okay, so this is the short form of this formula. Now let's take one example, that how we can calculate the formal charge. So for example, let's take ozone. Okay, so Lewis structure of ozone is this. For this oxygen, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so this is the Lewis structure of ozone. Now let's mark this oxygen as 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, because we have to calculate the formal charge for an individual atom. Okay, so that's why I marked 1 2 3 here. So let's calculate the formal charge for O1. So formal charge of O1 equals to, what is the formula? Number of valence electron. So we know that oxygen has 8 electron, so valence electron will be 2, 6 means 6. Okay, so 6 minus lone pair of electron. So lone pair of electron we will check in the Lewis structure. Okay, so as we are talking about the first oxygen, so for first oxygen lone pair of electrons are 2, so that's why 2 minus 1 upon 2 as it is given in the formula. Now we will check the shared pair of electron. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, so here 6 electrons are used. Okay, now plus 1. Okay, so the formal charge of O1 is plus 1. Now let's calculate the formal charge of O2. So for O2 again valence electron will be the same, minus lone pair of electron 1 2 3 4, 4 minus 1 upon 2 into bond pair 1 2 3 4, again 4, so 0. So formal charge for O2 is 0. Now we will calculate formal charge of O3. So for O3 again 6 minus 1 2 3 4 5 6, lone pair 6, minus 1 upon 2 into bond pair 2. Okay, minus 1. So we can see here that formal charge for O3 is minus 1. Okay, so after calculating formal charge we can write the Lewis structure of ozone like this. Okay, as it has plus 1 formal charge and it has minus 1 formal charge. Okay, so this is the Lewis structure of ozone after calculating formal charge. Now, so this is how we can calculate the formal charge and what is formal charge. Now we will talk about the significance of formal charge. Okay, what is the significance of formal charge? So as I told you in Lewis dot structures video that it is possible that we can draw Lewis structure for a particular atom in more than one possible way. Like for A to B we can draw like this, A bond B, or we can write like this, A bond B bond A. Okay, So means we can see that for A to B there are two possible structures. Okay, so now how we will find that which structure is more stable? So to know about the stability we can use formal charge, because the structure which has least formal charge, least value of formal charge will corresponds to least energy and definitely will more stability. Okay, so in simple way we can say that the structure which has less formal charge will be more stable, and the structure which will have more formal charge will be less stable. Okay, so after calculating formal charge in this way we can easily identify that which drawn structure is more stable or less stable. Okay, thank you.